my much needed break. We're back on the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and we're picking out who stole his coin and hid it under the stake. There's only two. There's literally only two options here. It's either gonna be yes or no, sir. Well, actually, I guess there's technically three options. Wilson for whatever reason, but I doubt he's broke. And this guy. And I'm just going by the evidence of how the testimony is carried out. And yes and no, sir did look away that one time, so I'm just gonna check to see here. There's there's nothing to really look at here. There's no court record thing, so let's make a educated guess here. Okay, the music stopped, so I'm right. It's gonna be you. Sergeant, yes or no, sir? Oh, so he was right about him stealing the coin. Oh, but he pressed him afterwards and probably searched him, but there was nothing on him, so... How dare you, you monster. Monster. I stole that Koban, did I? I'm the master thief of Le Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of all of these crimes, Cadet. Are you really not? Is this going to be like a Jake Marshall type of thing with the whole Texas thing, except that for you, you're just making up that you're a military guy? I kind of doubt it. I doubt the court would recognize you as such, but anyway, you're certainly accusing me of the crimes. But it wasn't me, it was Ada. Or Ida. Ida is the mastermind behind all of this. Well, at least I don't need to present any evidence, apparently. But what? You would put the blame for your crime onto your own son, innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa. Forget the evil maniacal woman here. That is like both of you tied for monsters. But no, I think he's actually probably one step down per se, because it's not like he's accusing his son of murder. What the? Did your own son break your back? Okay, that's cute, but what the? What was all that build-up? The Nippon Imperial Army Surgeon, yes sir, no sir, preparing to stand down the Supreme Court, sir. Okay, so you so he was part of the military. I guess he wasn't making enough from, I'm assuming, inactive duty, but I was not expecting a breakdown from him, and like, I kind of feel like that this is kind of, I feel like this kind of like this is taken away from the eventual breakdown of what's her name, Giselle, I feel like this is kind of like watering down that experience. I was hoping to see, like it would have been nice. I don't know, man. Like I'm not really feeling it right now. Like, it's cute and like I think it was a great breakdown, but I guess I'll just hope that they top his breakdown with her breakdown even being crazier. Are we not gonna talk about all that build-up that just happened up to that? Oh, that's when I know the sound. Don't even know of the extraordinary low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those expect to keep our country safe. I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflict remains in place. Yeah, I've heard it's hard for low-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes? All I wanted is to put a hot meal on the table for my son, and maybe accuse him of a crime. Oh, you know what? Like, like when he called him the mastermind, I think what he really means is that he was his motivation. That was still at the restaurant. The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. So the man next to you is rich, or someone he doesn't bother with a knife and a fork even, which is worryingly believable. And your target that day with the old man, his caban? Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. A veritable family thief you are. I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through this devouring when yes, when the professor was shot. But that wasn't seriously, so that was your plate, right? I knew that the police conducted their search and found the coin in my pocket. I'd be finished. I did too, so I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could on the double. I flipped it under the steak on your plate, right? Hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again. I allowed Giselle been silent the whole time. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could sir prattling in your own time? Well, Miss Brett. Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentleman please be excused, Your Excellency. Indeed. The theft of the cabal was greatly pressured by this baby saddle surgeon, who suddenly appeared to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Why are we not questioning whose plate did Hosonaga have? How did he go into a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? Well, oof. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Yeah. Like you know what? I would more easily take that from you if you were poor, just like him. But nah, I don't like I try not to judge poor people, even though I'm poor myself, technically speaking. A lot of stuff I have is stuff that came over from the marriage, actually. That me and the ex split up. But hey, beyond nonsense, it's pure madness. Very well. Now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I need no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. You're gonna need it. And good day. What's the matter with you? There's no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. It felt like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over. I prefer that she's not walking away right now. Oh, your first hold it. Wait, Miss Brett. What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago. What are you talking about now? What contradiction? What new stupid nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke? Hiding in a corner of a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Wait a second, is that just a Japanese custom? Oh, yeah, because they use chopsticks, right? But I imagine they use. Anyway, the moral of the story is that Dr. Wilson used his hands to eat the steak. So the water was the red herring, maybe? As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. It's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. What was the I'm gonna need to see evidence, counsel. If Midbirds really are truly contradictory, where's the evidence to prove it? I'm assuming he means the part where she says to eat a steak without a fork and a knife. It's truly ridiculous. Why don't we just ask Hasanaga if he brought a fork and knife? Oh, okay. Yeah. Mark of steak on there.
Take that!
Apparently I'm right, apparently. The bugger printed the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred. What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. So, Yesanosa didn't think it would be suspicious to put the coin... Okay, I guess maybe he had the foresight to not put the coin beneath his steak. But why not put the coin beneath the other guy's steak? But like I feel like if I was Hasanaga, like, or at least I doubt he wasn't around when this happened. But if Hasanaga was looking at him putting a coin beneath the steak, that'd be mad sus, and not even because of a murder. The steak that the steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim, the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I would point out on the picture that the knife has some sauce on it. What? I think you noticed it too, Miss Brett. Let me see, what was it again? The shape of the wedge where it's been eaten. Okay. Okay, I guess that works too. No, what exactly, counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself. Let's take a look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. Those aren't knife cuts. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. What I do is, I stab the steak, and I lift it up in the air, and then I bite on it while it's hanging on the fork. Or like, yeah, like that really mainly applies to stuff like the Salisbury steak TV dinners that Giant Eagle be selling sometimes. In fact, I had one just the other day. But it looks like Miss Brett had realized something. So, the witness actually claimed wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork. There shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all. So am I saying that this isn't that this isn't the victim's plate? Perhaps his wife Miss Brett was rapidly hungry. Are you fake crying? Oh, whatever you say, dear lady. As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course. This will be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. To leave everything to... I heard enough. You irritating little spectacled samurai relic. Of course. Dear lady, dude. Like, I wouldn't put up with the disrespect. Personally. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have you ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the steak have for her. Reed, do you know where you're going with this? Not necessarily... Yeah, now it left. The military team marked in the state that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like I guess the picture also had the steak with the okay. Well, I don't know what the blood stain disappeared from this. Most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day. I said that these team marks in the state are a little unnatural, if you put it, counsel. But what that great suggest? Why are you saying that? Is that suggest everything, Your Excellency? Everything? Yeah, I believe that the barbaric team marks in the stake here amount to conclusive evidence in this case, and that it proved beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence. How many times have I heard that today? Well, most of the time that came out the prosecutor's mouth, who was on your side, so you wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. You really had such... You would have presented it to the court long ago. After the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been... what? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist. This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. Really? And you said there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it. I don't, but there's someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. Oh, her. She had to hide it beneath the swan, don't she? If that person willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Well, I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense of this trial. Okay, Alchie has what I need right now. Alright, saving. Okay, so it's gotta be her, right? Like, right? Because the giant swan, because why else have the hat? Come on, give me that breakdown. Take that! Counsel, I'm disappointed. And this is likely your last chance. Okay, apparently not her. Why would I think that she's Hasunaga? Take that! Okay, so what's Hasunaga? What? I haven't? Yes. Okay, the other place. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? You're supposedly not evil, Hasunaga, so why are you being sus right now on me? That's ridiculous. What? No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this stake with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I enjoyed chopping my way through a good steak. And what other men stealing cars and coin? You watch it, cadet. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, can you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put the coin under, in fact, your own stake? Ken-chan? Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentle lady if she mind me manhandling her meat to hide something in it. In other words, the stake that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal. But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor does she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. So even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. That's just a... Shut up, woman. Pause. But, well, how do you explain this paradox? Surely you're not going to suggest that map you wrote was wrong. Oh, that the surgeon switched the two stakes over. Why? Okay, why? Because the music stopped. So that might mean, so I'm getting the impression that he did. And I want to know on the surgeon's part, why? Especially if both the surgeon and him... Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, because Wilson, because the knife looked dirty in the... my head hurts. You did switch the place? Well, after it happened, you know, the, bang bang, no, surgeon here, surgeon, classic, no stuff, right, y'all? And when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of me, why like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced that he was, wait, so that means that you actually did try to frame a dead man. Probably unwittingly, but still, you framed a dead man. But then when the waiter announced he was undercover police, I thought I had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I began my marching orders. Well, you wouldn't be suspected of murder. I would like I don't know what the punishment is for that in Japan about this time, but like maybe you would just be put in jail for a good while. Where's the mom at, by the way? Where's Madam Nosa? So when the cassette here was arrested and taken out to the kitchen, I seized my chance. I'm glad you didn't somehow absurdly use the plate of the baby's diaper at least. With military precision and my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table. You can't have. I never thought you'd do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. I love you, man. I'm surprised by how I was not expecting your breakdown whatsoever, buddy. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Imagine trying to be a very good and efficient murderer, but then then you're surrounded by all these crazy Ace Attorney level characters. However, friend not prosecutor-san. What now? I threw on the brass button on my uniform. That's all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant. Why are you talking to him like this? Like, are prosecutors... Like, the prosecutors have both ties with the police and military?
Yes!
So, if Sergeant knows to switch the plate over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hasanaga. Yes? Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the surgeon's. May I see this, please? That's to preserve evidence you had taken both. She's trying. I don't know, honey. I don't think that math tastes that good. Come on, homie. You know what to do. Bring that shit out here. Come on. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the prior moment he was shot. Well, hey, as you Western folks would say, why not? I mean, cold snap with tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on the case. No, you're not wriggling your way out of this. You're not bringing your way out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon? Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promised to prove such a problem for you, no? You're the one who decided with the problem, not me. The reason the defense asked us to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Since he remembers. I'm quite sure what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Hasanaga, don't let her... Well, she can't shatter a plate. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir. Okay. Host and all goes on our side now. Sorry for keeping you. Hey, blood. I thought blood turned brown or like beigeish more so, or like turned darker when it's dry, but oh well. Please feel free to examine it. We can just clearly tell from okay. The blood stain is clearly visible. Look. Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate. I would love to see her try to give me one last little fight here, but show that the moment of the visible shot, he was facing the table with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naru to have shot the victim. It can't be. In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows who that person is. That is one tough mask. That's right, Miss Giselle Brett. It's you. Don't make me point my finger at you again. Is it gonna be a breakdown? Okay, I think it's gonna be a breakdown. Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. Is the bird gonna start flying? Flapping? Did the chick just pop out of her? So that is a real bird. That cute little black bird just popped out. What? Well, we got baby birds now. Okay. Oh, that's cute. How they're pecking at the ball and how they're just walking past the judge. Oh, she flew up. How do you came back down? Please do my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Most I'm becoming behave for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency. Are you gonna lie again, or it was I who took the professor's life? Okay, using cure. You surmised I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning. So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because cure is unheard of here in Japan. Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only need to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, I'll be over. I'll put the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone, and leave immediately. However, Ryu showed up. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table. That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? I feel like she's gonna throw one more jab at us. Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor. I guess I could suspense angle, I guess I could see that being her. Man, that I lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. But tell me this though. How do you have the police connections to even tie all this up? Because this would have been over hours ago if it wasn't for your ties to the police. Or maybe at least an hour or two at least. I made sure he wasn't sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point, so I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment. It was pretty darn good plan, actually, despite the fact that he has Japanese men besides us. I plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man. I happen to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use the fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of Curry in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Uh-huh. Screw you. So I was right, there were two guns. Yes. So why did you take the cup though? And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed that she had presumably placed on the floor. Place where you were sure that I would notice it. And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, that's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead. Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed Naru was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoined the kitchen and locked him aside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. And Hasanagi was caught in the moment arresting the dangerous criminals, so he didn't pick up on that. Because, of course, you need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun. I'm surprised he did. I'm surprised he did so quickly. Because I could sort of be able to just like, hold up, man. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. No, that's not a... That's a felon, honey. Or whatever the Japanese equivalent is. Your Excellency? Yes? I wonder... Might I speak with you in private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. What the f... Is she seriously going to sex her way out of this? I don't tell you this right now, personally. It's a huge turnoff for me, this giant hat of yours with the swan that can spawn out birds. I hope you can forgive me, Naru. I'm assuming the guards grabbed her. It was saying this trial has finally run its course. You want to say you have any apology for me? Algie? This can't be... I just think you wanted to get laid. Not to like this rookie student. You better start getting used to tough opposition. Oh, Ryu. Yes? This insult to the Achi family name will never be forgotten. Are you gonna change your last name to Pain at some point? Just because of the fact that you can't bear the pain that this guy caused you? You become conceited with age, counsel, but the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. I think new and old could get along, but don't just be absent. Don't be so single-minded. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that. I like how Ryu just ran away. How do you do that when you're so far away? Okay, but yeah, that's a classic Pain look. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still, the Ashi clan will never measure up to the Naru clan. And that is how Winston Payne's lineage became the tutorial to prosecutors. Alright, cute. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryu, Naru, present an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern mythology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. but the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new feature of law awaits, but what will it look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Cuz? Yes, sir? After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can, absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Oh, never mind. As for you, Ryu Naru. Oh yes. Make sure all your children become lawyers. Okay. And you accent, how can I put it? Unusual potential. It's like you're a main character. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onward. Thank you, Your Excellency. Oh, I was expecting it in their monologue. It's time to deliver the verdict. Oh, that's right. He had to stand. That's right. He had to stand at the stand to be declared not guilty. I hereby find the defendant Ryu Naru not guilty. Okay, sorry. Pain or like Ouchie still got his shock expression. This court is now adjourned. Well, for depression-wise, besides some frustrating Ace Attorney logic, which I kind of expected to begin with, I think this was actually a very good first case. I think it slightly ran too long with Ryu not saying the things I would want him to say near the end, but otherwise, though, I think he did good. I can't believe it. So bailiff, if you want to apologize to me for me being innocent, or are you going to be so ignorant enough to not acknowledge it? I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Okay, this is okay. I'm sure everyone who played the first Ace Attorney game, after you beat a trial, this is definitely familiar. Ryu, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, cuz. Ha ha ha. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So you owe me an extra large Suzuki from the place on Yumi University Street. Don't forget. Hey, I remember that. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. It kind of sucked that they were being a little bit harsh on the baby girl here because like design-wise she seemed cute and she seemed I'd rather talk to her than to the other woman. But congratulations to both of you for proving Naru's innocence. Our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do any. Thank you so much. Why are you so surprised, baby girl? You saved my boy from the death sentence. Like, I don't care who you are. If someone saved me from the death penalty, I all my thoughts, like all my little social boundaries, that's gonna go away. I would run up to you, I will hug you tightly. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Breast, I don't know how things would have turned out. The kind works for my father. I was simply doing as he asked, which was the professor guy. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father, oh yes, of course. Premature on court proceeding, Yeah, Mikutaba. Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naru, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, I should be thanking you, and suggesting to you to switch majors. Your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. I forgot what Phoenix and this guy was in college for originally. Good friend. Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Professor Mikitaba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain, and that's how he met him, right? Presumably that's when you met him? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. But you worked together. I never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Asugi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world in science, in medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, racism. I mean law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. Wait, was Britain? Wait, was Britain ever called that? That's more of an America thing, right? Oh well, I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asugi clan. You're not thinking that's what the Great Britain, are you? Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. I was starting to think that it was Itachi for a second, because of Reed Schwarzer. But anyway, this place shows me where I need to go. It cuts down anything that's in my way. Yeah, good luck with that. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes. I mean, what's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Oh yes, her. Well, she had sex with the judge and now she's free to go. It's not easy to tell you this, but I thought so. Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's a true culprit after all. Well, she's hot, and she had sex with the judge, so sorry. She'll be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Giselle Brett would not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. But why not? It's a matter of consular jurisdiction. Inspector Hasanaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice? A British consular court will hear her case. Somewhere far away, where voices can't be heard. But why a consular court, though? Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. But she's hot, y'all. Even though she's not really, I don't think she's really that good looking. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of political nature to our respective governments, they can't invoke a consular court just like that. That's an interesting pose for you. Oh, can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on. But Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of connipance for her. Then why did she have to do the little heaven flying away thing that she was doing? I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But that's going to change from now on. We can make a change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day I have no doubt that woman will receive the judgment she deserves. Yeah, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. The evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, you're right, this is no time for gloomy faces. Why do I feel like your nose line just changed on me? We should be celebrating Ryu's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun. In that case, might I suggest Le Carnaval? Should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Sasanaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. To Le Carnaval, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course. Le Carnaval food is second to none. Well, at least I should go attend to the paperwork for Naru-san's release. Oh, if I was Ryu, I'd be like, if I was Ryu, I'd be like, well, this baby girl's coming, then sure, but yeah, she seems to have a cute maiden look to her. I trust her more than the other woman. Oh yeah, thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be trapped here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I never found out why she killed Dr. Wilson. I guess that'll be later. Yes, I just want to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One day I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. No, I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one that's destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer, I mean. I have more of a talent for being a prosecutor, actually. Oh no, not me. All that tense verbal combat, I never want to go through that ever again. I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Trust, right? Listen, Ryu. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of the law? No, evidence. No, the ability to believe. Oh. To believe what? A defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Like you believe in me when I said I didn't do it. I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your clients. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, for me personally, you just look a lot. You just look a lot like a certain prosecutor, or from a far distant, for now, era. I mean, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, cuz. There's something I wanted to ask you, actually, Ryu. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. Make sure my great-grandchild don't become a prosecutor. It sounds serious. What is? Oh, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hasanaga. What's the favor? I ran some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. What is it? Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. When a character in the story gets interrupted and then they drop the subject, sometimes that's like Arthur from that meme moment from the Arthur TV show where he just clenched his fist by his side. And your study tours to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah, yes, that too. My very first trial came to the end. Cause Professor Mikutoba Satsu-san, who acted as my assistant. Not really. She was more so cousins than anything. Especially to someone who didn't really play much of a part, but still. What? He was like, what? Homie. It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hasn't yet managed to ask a favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. He asked you to become a lawyer? Thanks for leaving me in the darkness. Wow. I think that was definitely the most... Let me think. Was that really the most meatiest first case I ever experienced? I think either this or Investigations might have a long first case. Okay, we could just go to the next episode and all that. Okay, cool. We could just play these out of order? Oh, I guess we can't, in case someone played the first game and then they want to go to the second. Obviously, we'll just do the, we'll play in order. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I saw a DVD episode of a Sherlock Holmes short movie once, and it had something similar. Since we know Sherlock's in here, basically, not much of a surprise. Anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I'll tackle the next one in another episode, but I look forward to getting to this eventually. Love y'all. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.